Taking a look at today's interest rate markets, let's take a look at the 10-year note futures as they're realizing a little bit of selling pressure here to finish out the week. We saw a pretty quiet session overall, and really the last couple of trading sessions have been pretty quiet for the 10-year note futures, but we did settle slightly lower on the session. And with today's price action and the settling levels, we are actually seeing them closing at a 4-session low, even though it has been a pretty tight range throughout the week outside of Monday's nice bounce higher. And when you look at a little bit longer term, we are seeing the 10-year note future still maintaining this uptrend that really started in the beginning of April. So even with today's selling pressure, slight selling pressure, we did not necessarily break the upward sloping trend line today. Looking at some of the factors playing into why I think we did see this hesitation today, data points this morning, stronger than anticipated. Now, we did see the Treasury markets, the 10-year futures actually higher at one point, and then some selling pressure when those data points came out. Stronger than expected on new home sales and PMI data, basically manufacturing and service data stronger than what was expected. So that did have an impact in the Treasury markets and put a little bit of selling pressure into the 10-year note futures. Now looking at the yields, 155 basis points currently on the 10-year note. And an interesting dynamic today, if you look at the yield curve, we did see it flatten a little bit in the middle of the curve today, where we did see the 5s and the 7s actually up a little bit more in yield, so selling off a little bit further than the 10s, and then you get out to the 30s. Basically, I think they were unched to a little bit stronger today. So the middle of the curve shifted slightly today as we did see it lift higher with a little bit of selling pressure, more selling pressure, I should say, in the 5s and 7s outside of the 10s, the 20s, and the 30s.